Great morning to you. How are you guys doing on this morning? Today is October the 18th, 2024. It is Friday. If you are watching this video right now, you have made it. You have made it to the end of the week. Woo! It has been a short week this week. I feel very, very blessed. And you know what? You are blessed because you are watching the Kimmy's Morning Show. Great morning to each and every one of you all. Welcome to Kimmy's World. If it's the first time you have tuned in to Kimmy's World and you've been shacking up with us, you know what that means. That means when you watch the videos and you never subscribe to the channel. So we are requesting that you stop shacking up with us and go on and make a commitment this morning. It don't cost anything to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Now, while you're there, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and turn your notifications on so you know when we go live or when we post content. Because you never know what we're going to drop around here. Kimmy's World. Y'all see, I went live a little early this morning. Normally go live at 8 a.m. Child, we went live at 7:53. So shout out to everybody who has their notification bell turned on, because you never know when Kimmy's World gonna pop one in on you. Now, for those of you all who are a part of the Kimmy gang, I know I ain't got to tell y'all to turn y'all notification bell on because y'all a smart group of people. Y'all already done it. That's why you're here already watching it, because your notification bell was turned on. So shout out to you. Go ahead and hit the like button. And I shouldn't even have to tell y'all that, because you are a part of the Kimmy gang. So you know what it is. You know what it do over here. And you all are supported. Because if not, you wouldn't be a part of the Kimmy gang. Anyway, make sure you engage in the comment area while we do our live show this morning. And membership badges are available. Cash apps are greatly appreciated, no matter what the amount is, child. You can send $1 and we will be happy, because you know what? Like my husband told me, it's more than you had. Somebody send you $1, that's $1 more than you had prior to that cash app or whatever. Shout out to the individual who, and I don't like putting people on blast, but I just want to show y'all how good God has been. You know, I very rarely, it's rare, subscribers, like really rare. So when I get them, I am so appreciative. So yesterday, I'm picking up Kaden from school. Let me go ahead. Y'all, let me go ahead and cut this music. Y'all don't need that, do you? I'm going to turn it down a little bit. So yesterday, I picked up Kaden from school. Now, our routine is
I pick him up from school. Once I pick him up from school, we head over to McDonald's because see, he has tutoring. So we got to drive to tutoring, about 15, 20 minutes to the tutor. So we go to McDonald's. I was like, well, let me open up my Cash App to see what's in my savings part because I keep a little something in the savings part of the Cash App. So I was like, let me see what's in there. I thought it was only like maybe a few dollars here and there, maybe $12 over there. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Might have been 14. I was like, let me see what's over there. So I can go ahead and get Caden his McDonald's, which is $5.13. Baby, I open, and for those of y'all like, oh, she tell all her business. Y'all family. Y'all my family, so I can talk to y'all like that. Anyway, so I open up my Cash App, and I see $50 in my Cash App. Hold on, let me show y'all, because I'm so appreciative. So I see this sitting in my Cash App yesterday, and I'm like, no, I see the $50 at the bottom, and I'm like, child, what done happened? Cash App done messed up and sent me $50. Let me see where this come from because I don't want them to try to take it back. I don't want that. So I'm looking in my phone, y'all. I'm like, let me see what happened. Looking in the Cash App, pull this up, y'all. One of my subscribers have sent me $50 and it says for real show. I almost cried. And this was, I pulled this up yesterday. So this was, what's today? Friday, Thursday. This was Wednesday night when they sent this to me. I almost cried because I'm like, what? Oh, I can go put some gas in the car real quick because I was almost on E. I can go put some gas in the car. I can go get Kate a little Happy Meal and still have money left over and take what's left over and pay for the Saturday tutoring. Oh, because see, let me show y'all how God works. So the tutor calls me and she like, Kim, I just really been, and I'm not going to go into details. I'm going to pretty much paraphrase. She said, Kim, I've just really been thinking, Kaden might need an extra day of tutoring just to work on his reading fluency. Now, we're going to play a little game today. Are you smarter than a first grader? Because yesterday, I'm a swing back to this thing where I was talking to the tutor. Let me cover that and then we'll go to that. So the tutor like, I think, Kaden needs an extra day. She's like, I really want to teach him the old way. And because he goes to tutoring 3 days a week. So on Saturday, all they will work on is reading fluency, math, and that's it. That's it. No, nothing from like homework or anything like that. It's just bringing his reading skills up. So I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay. So I'm already paying, you might as well say $100 a week for tutoring. So an extra day. And shout out to Dr. Tammy Dawes. She is absolutely amazing. I am ever so grateful for her because I do know that with her tutoring him, she is overly qualified, well qualified to tutor him. And like Kaden is her first student. So she's doing me a favor because she could very well charge so much more than what she's charging. But she only charged me a certain amount. So she let me know we need to add another day. And I'm like, oh, crap. I was like, well, we're going to swing it because whatever is good for Kaden, then that's what we're going to do. If mama go broke, we still going to do it because it's good for Kaden. And my thing is invest in your children because that will pay off in the long run, like it did with my daughter, who's a chemical engineer. So anyway, I'm like, okay. So while I'm thinking, so I hang up the phone, and this was prior to picking Kaden up from school. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have to swing it. That's just one more thing coming out, one less thing that I have to purchase for myself, something I'm gonna have to cut. And at the end of the day, if I have to cut anything, it'll be this show. It'll be expenses for the show. The visuals can come down. I just got to make sure my son is good. Okay. So anyway, doing all that, whatever, pick him up, go, and I'm pulling up on McDonald's. So I open up the Cash App. I see this $50. And I'm like, oh, shoot. So now I got extra money to go ahead and pay for Saturday's tutoring. Ain't that good? Y'all, give me a hand clap. Somebody give me a hand clap. God is good because I bless so many people. I help so many people. And like I said, I very rarely ever like the moon got to be orange or something like that. Y'all know them blood moons are very rare. But a moon got to be orange for me to get a cash out from somebody. And I'm not begging from nobody. I'm just telling y'all, I'm a new content creator. It's only been a year. So this is not one of those channels where my phone just dings and I beg for money or anything like that. That doesn't happen. And most of the times I don't even hit the threshold. And I've talked to y'all about this. And honey, I'm not complaining because I say in due season, this channel is going to be blessed beyond measure because I love what I do. Before the show is over with, we are going to play a game called Are You Smarter Than the First Grader? And I got a funny story to tell about that. During Caden's homework, I had to call Jasmine. So after he gets out of tutoring, he still has homework because the tutor has her own lesson plan that she go over with Caden. So when he gets home, we're doing homework again. So I called Jasmine. I was like, Jazz, hold on. I don't want to go into the game, but I'm like, Jazz, I don't understand this word. I don't understand it. She was like, Mama, are you not smarter than the first grader? I was like, apparently not, because I'm having issues right now. She was like, okay, well, just send this over to me. Okay. So the directions are use the 3 numbers to write facts in a fact family. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this particular sheet. Jess was like, I'm not really understanding what it's asking me to do. I said, me neither. That's why I called you. So cool. Boom. I'm trying to understand this. Jazz Googling, blase, blase, blase. She explained it to me. She figures it out. Boom, I got it. She was like, well, see if Caden explain, just read the directions to Caden and see if he can do the work. Okay, cool. So I read the directions to Caden, y'all. I'm looking like, oh, he gonna have problems. Caden was just writing and filling out. I was like, 15 minutes talking to your sister who's a chemical engineer, and we trying to see if we smarter than the first grader. Evidently not. So I'm gonna give y'all that same little quiz, and I want to see if y'all smarter than the first grader, because I wasn't. We got Nana Banana in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. We have Danielle, my sister, y'all. She said she going home today. She done had it. She going home. Her wound's still not closed yet, but she said she going home. So praise the Lord. Danielle said, hand clapping. What's up, LaTanya Banks? How you doing this morning? Don't know one wants to play. Don't know. I don't know what Danielle's talking about. Anyway, let's move right along. So yesterday on the show, we talked about Kamala Harris and we talked about Brett Baier. Who remembers that? How Brett Baier asked her a particular question and he showed a clip that had nothing to do with the question or anything like that. And baby Kamala served him, honey. She let him know that had nothing to do with this and that or whatever. And so much to say that Brett Baier had to double back on that interview. And Brett Baier, he admitted that he made a mistake during the Kamala Harris interview, as a clip of her calling him out mid-interview makes headlines. Child, don't no man want to be embarrassed, especially by a woman. And for that woman to be a Black woman, nobody want to be embarrassed. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this because, baby, she read him. She served him a well-made butt whooping from the gods. In a very classy type of way. Educated type of way.
Make a mistake, and I want to say that mistake. When I called for a soundbite, I was expecting a piece of the enemy from within, from Maria Bartiromo's interview, to be tied to the piece from your town hall, Harris, where you asked the former president about the enemy from within. It just had the piece about the town hall. Just take a listen to what I meant to roll.
I think the bigger problem is the enemy from within, not even the people that have come in and destroying our country. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics. And I think they're and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military. They were saying I was like threatening. I'm not threatening anybody. They're the ones doing the threatening. They do phony investigations. I've been investigated more than Alphonse Capone. He was the greatest gangster. No, it's true. No, but think of it. It's called weaponization of government. It's a terrible thing.
Harold, I did make a mistake. My point was that we asked him the question about that sentence and what he was trying to mean. We asked that question to the former president today. Harris Faulkner had a town hall, and this is how he responded.
I heard about that. They were saying I was like threatening. I'm not threatening anybody. They're the ones doing the threatening. They do phony investigations. I've been investigated more than Alphonse Capone. He was the greatest gangster. No, it's true. No, but think of it. It's called weaponization of government. It's a terrible thing.
So,
Brett, I'm sorry, and with all due respect, that clip was not what he has been saying about the enemy within that he has repeated when he's speaking about the American people. That's not what you just showed.
He was asked about that specific...
No, that's not what you just showed. In all fairness and respect to you.
That was the question that we asked him.
You didn't show that, and here's the bottom line. He has repeated it many times, and you and I both know that. And you and I both know that he's talked about turning the American military on the American people. He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful...
We asked that question.
Protest. He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy.
That's right.
And in a democracy, the president of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it. And this is what is at stake, which is why you have someone like the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff saying what Mark Milley has said about Donald Trump being a threat to the United States of America.
Now, all I gotta say is the apology definitely needs to be as loud as the attack. It really does. What y'all think about that? Because to me, he was just trying to save face. It should have been just a point blank, straightforward apology, in my opinion. That's what I think. In other news, now, you guys know King Harris was arrested. First of all, I don't even know why his mama and his daddy has named this little young man King Harris. Really, he looks, what do you call that little character with the carrot top head? What is that character called? I don't know. But he does not look like a child that comes from a family who has just won $71 million in a lawsuit. He does not. Anyway, King, evidently he done made bond. And to be quite honest, T.I. really can't say too much. And y'all can say what you want, but T.I. really can't say too much about King. You know why? Because if we all remember back in the day, up until here recently, that T.I. has been arrested on GUN charges. Remember, he was at the airport. He was arrested for that. He has cheated on Tiny. They've done threesomes. They've done all types of different types of weird things. They even did the DIDDY. Y'all know what the DIDDY is. When you give them some illicit drugs and you take advantage of individuals, that is the DIDDY. Okay, so he's been accused of doing all these things, had other women on Tiny, just all types. He was I don't call him a thug, because actually T.I. actually grew up in a really good home, but he used to like to run the streets. So King is following in his daddy footsteps. What's that rap song? I'm stunting like my daddy, still stunting like my daddy. He's stunting like his daddy. Trying to. So you really can't say too much. What's that saying? The apple don't fall too far from the tree. It'll roll a little bit. But anyway, King has been let out, been bonded out, and he speaks after his arrest. He said he is a free man. I'm not locked up. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. They let him out though. Shoot, that daggone $71 million got him out. Anyway, let's see. Let me show y'all this. Oh, I'm sorry, that's an ugly little boy. That is an ugly little boy.
Free man.
And I said it.
Stop, goddamn, I'm not locked up. I'm straight. I was, but I'm back. I'm straight. And another thing, I'm a free man. Stop, goddamn, I'm not locked up. I'm straight.
That's an ugly little boy. That is an ugly little boy. I'm sorry.
I was, but I'm back. I'm straight. And another thing,
and he's standing on business. I'm not gonna say keep him uplifted up in prayer because King, I don't believe King will ever learn his lesson about how to which he should. Maybe this child that's coming into the world, y'all know his girlfriend is pregnant. Maybe this child will help grow him up, but I don't think so. King just got mischief all in his blood. It really does. And Polar Tiny, it just breaks her all up. Anyway, moving right along in other news. All right. So, what is this? So, basketball star Fallujah Johnson, she has purchased. Now, y'all know Fallujah Johnson is 20 years old. She has purchased 20 acres of land in ATL to create generation wealth for her family. Now, she is a single parent, and she has decided to purchase this land. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I thought this was so inspiring to see this. You don't see a lot of this. At least I don't.
No. This land, you'll see your name in the records next year. Okay, January 1st, they'll change the assessments in the office and they'll change the tax bills to your name. Okay? Perfect. That's going to prove you're the owner. Right. And then here is your owner's title insurance. This one's good to keep.
Oh, yeah. And Sister Girl paid cash for her 20 acres of land.
Yay! Big four. Come on, let's take pictures. Look, he got an attitude. Well, you got an attitude. This is a big situation. Yeah, you're supposed to be smart. All this stuff will be left to you. Literally, nipple baby.
Right. And then here is your owner's.
I just bought 20 acres. I cannot wait to clear this out and build this community.
Wow.
And then you pull up, and I'm gonna jump in.
Where I'm pulling up. I love y'all.
Wow. Shout out to her parents for raising a smart girl. That is very, very smart. Shout out to her. If you're not following her on social media, her name is Flauje, Flaujae, @Flauje. You can follow her on Instagram. All right. Moving right along. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button, please, and thank you. It would be greatly appreciated. Now, y'all know I got to double back to Kamala Harris this morning. And then we'll talk about something else. So Kamala Harris shuts down hecklers on yesterday at a rally. They was heckling her. And baby, when I tell you, she is so cool, calm, and collected. She makes me so proud.
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
Uh-oh. That's a class act right there. Class act. Shout out to Kamala Harris. And I think I got some more news about her. Now, y'all know who is a real firecracker is that Maxine Waters. And TMZ caught her at the airport. Y'all know Congresswoman Maxine Waters was at LAX on Monday, where she explained why she is not feeling good about the Kamala Harris Tim Walz ticket ahead of November 5th election. Y'all hear this out. My comments must be slow because I'm just now receiving it.
You, Maxine.
Yes.
How are you doing? Are you worried about the upcoming election?
Well, I think that the polling is showing that it's about even. I think the national poll is more accurate, and it has Kamala Harris ahead.
In the past, polling has been wrong.
Well, polling has been. You can't always count on it. But I think the campaign with the great get out the vote is going to win, and that's going to be Harris Walz.
Listen, are you losing sleep over it? Are you nervous about it? A lot of people are.
Well, no, I don't think you have to be nervous. You have to do something.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be involved. If you're involved in any way that you can, then you're not nervous. You're more confident.
So on November 4th, with the election the next day, are you going to go to sleep confident, or are you going to be a little worried that maybe it's going to end everything?
I don't go to bed early anyway. I'm up very late all the time.
Oh, really?
And so it'll be the same thing on November the 4th.
All right. I didn't mean to cut that, but I did. So shout out to this Black student from Memphis, Tennessee. Wait a minute. Where are my people from Memphis, Tennessee? It's a lot of people that come in the chat from Memphis. Y'all need to stand up to this. Because, you know, Memphis get a bad rap with the crime and everything. This is the first time I've seen something of this caliber. And for this particular gentleman to be Black, child. All right. So there was a Black student from Memphis who has been awarded, y'all, $8 million in scholarships from more than 100 colleges. He goes to Whitehaven High School. Y'all give this young man a round of applause. You know how extremely hard that is. $8 million, and it's been awarded to him over 100 colleges. He had to blow that daggone ACT out of the daggone park. Somebody in the comments said, wow, I'm not surprised. I taught this amazing student. He's brilliant. Wow. Wow. Congratulations to him. You know, sometimes you got to give some good news instead of giving all this bad news. You know? So, according to the Piers Morgan show actually had Tupac Shakur's stepbrother, Mopreme Shakur. And he said that Diddy once called him to deny the involvement in the 1996 unalivement of Tupac Shakur. I'm going to go ahead and play this particular video. This is the first time I've seen this. To be quite honest, I didn't even know Tupac had a stepbrother, honestly. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button. Make sure you share this broadcast so we can get this out to other people. And here lately, and you know what? I would say this. I'm kind of skeptical now with the information that Piers Morgan has on his show, because this is the same Piers Morgan that had Jaguar Wright, who came on the show, who said some things about Beyonce and Jay-Z. The same Piers Morgan, after Beyonce and Jay-Z issued a cease and desist, Piers Morgan came out and apologized on air to Beyonce and Jay-Z and removed the clip from Jaguar Wright from his show, which never happens because Piers Morgan is the type of individual, allegedly, that dots his I's and crosses his T's. So I don't know. Like, drop down in the comment area if you ever heard this before. Maybe this has been swirling around prior to now. I'm sure, but I've never heard of it. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. Share this broadcast.
You know, and I know that everyone believes that Diddy was involved in both these shootings and had a direct involvement in your brother's death. That is what the streets have said for 27 years.
Not the
That's
street.
why 50 Cent said it. That's why Eminem has said similar stuff. What's interesting to me about your involvement in this is that Diddy actually called you after an LA Times article in 2008 alleging he'd been involved in your brother's death. What did he say that day when he called you?
Whoa! I need a, like, Charlemagne the God said, drop that clues bomb. Boom!
He was in town. He was in LA at the time. He was on the radio. He asked a local DJ that we all know, Big Boy, to reach out to me because he wanted to speak to me about something. This is a few years after Pac's murder, and you know, we all were familiar with all the rumors and stuff. I said, yeah, let me talk to him. So he called me, and you know, I had my guys with me, Thug Life guys, and we heard what he had to say. He basically said he ain't have nothing to do with my brother's murder. And I told him the truth is still yet to come out, so we're going to see. Here we are 27, 28 years later. There looks like there's some doubt in that statement. So, thus, you know, along with all the other suspicions that people have, you know, it was time for it to be investigated.
In a statement at the time, Diddy declared, this story is a lie, the LA Times story. Neither I nor the late Notorious had any knowledge of any attack on Tupac before, during, or after it happened. Do you think that was an honest statement?
My opinion is that I don't believe it was 100% honest statement. So again, got to find out what's true and what's false, what's real and what's fake.
Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna put it on play again. What's that old saying? A hit dog always gonna holler. Why would you call if you know you didn't have anything to do with the unalignment of Tupac Shakur? Why would you call his stepbrother and tell him that you ain't have nothing to do with it? Because people were talking, people gonna talk anyway. I believe a hit dog, like they holler, for real. He was hollering. Allegedly.
Do you think he was lying?
Quite possibly, and it's kind of looking that way, in my opinion.
Right.
You know, and I know that.
Wow. I believe that too. I believe he was definitely lying. What y'all think? Well, I ain't even gotta ask y'all what y'all think, because most people already know or already have assumed that Diddy has had something to do with the Tupac Shakur unalivement, and also as well as Biggie. Because when this whole debacle started unfolding, I said that there could possibly be charges brought up against Diddy for Tupac Shakur's situation. Time will tell, right? Time always tell the story. Anyway, moving right along. While we still talking about Bow Wow, remember I had told y'all that Bow Wow had been discussing on a previous interview that the party scene at like these Grammy parties and stuff like that are not the same. Well, baby, he took to the Breakfast Club and said exactly the same thing. I found a clip and I am going to let y'all hear it because this is some. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit the like button, please, and thank you. We got the South Memphis show. You missed it this morning. You missed it, but I'm going to double back to Kamala Harris. But you missed it. Anyway, let me go ahead and share my screen. Share my world and fly away to a place that I long for.
Well, in other news, Bow Wow sat down with Roxy Diaz, and Roxy has this show called More to the Story. It's a podcast, and on there she brings different.
Yeah, that wasn't even the words to that song I was just singing. I said, share my love. Lord. Anyway.
Celebrity names, so we can kind of get to know them a little bit better than the stories we normally hear. Her and Bow Wow had one particular conversation just about the industry as a whole and all the takedowns that we're seeing right now, as she called it, particularly everything that's happening with Diddy right now. Let's take a listen to Bow Wow's conversation on that.
Just never thought I'd see it like this. He's like the gatekeeper to the game, to the point to where, like BT Award weekend, like the past two, they just didn't feel right because there was no motion, there was no parties. Like the parties that we attend, me, the Terraces,
I left before one. I never stayed. I've only been to 2 parties and never seen a freak off.
Yeah, like, but it shows how monumental and how important it was to the culture because I said, Jermaine,
Hey, did y'all see how Bow Wow never said he didn't go to no freak off, but she showed let it know. Hey, look, I've been to such and such amount of parties, and I stayed to 12, and I never seen no freak off. He said, but anyway, us Bow Wow probably did. Allegedly.
There's no parties. And you feel it. It's like a whole. It's like he was just such a gatekeeper from the liquor in the clubs, like he was everything hip hop. You know what I mean? So for that to die out, it's like you just would have never thought. And especially when you look at somebody as like somebody you study, somebody you idolize.
Bow Wow, after this started to go viral, was
you idolize Diddy, Bow Wow? So he idolized Diddy. So you. And the thing I want y'all to understand is these celebrities have an inside connect to what is going on. They see things that we never get to see. We only see what we are privy to, like from little talks around Hollywood. You know, you get the paparazzi out there taking photos of this and photos of that. Maybe some people might go live inside the party, which I'm pretty sure he probably take phones. But we're not privy to a lot of things. So Bow Wow knows something we don't know. And you still idolize a man like this? Oh, okay, then.
Was getting dragged online. Why? Well, I'll read one user that a tweet that went really viral. This person said, women have come forward about this man, talking about Diddy. And this is all alleged stuff, alleging that he's a demon, alleging that he assaulted them, alleging that he pimped them out, abusing them, etc. The audacity of this man, she's speaking about Bow Wow now, to miss that man because he threw a good effing party. I hate this weird industry with a passion. So I think at his face, of course, people took this like, read the room, bro. Like, people are saying that they've been really hurt. We saw, a video with Cassie being dragged up and down a hallway, and you upset because BT Hip Hop Awards just went down and there was no after party for you to go to.
I can understand that.
On the other side of it, though, when you watch the full interview and putting what he said into better context, what I believe he's speaking to is how a lot of us felt in the beginning of this, like, who would have ever thought that this is how Diddy's story, out of everything that he built, would end, because he's been the lifestyle in the kind of like the blueprint for a lot of people moving around the entertainment industry for a very long time.
Yeah, I guess because I watched, Salute to Roxy, I guess because I watched a lot more of the context, a lot more of the interview. I understood the context and I understood what Bow Wow was saying. And because I said something similar when it first happened. We didn't know what Diddy was doing behind the scenes. We just looking at him as a mogul. Yeah. And he was a hip hop lifestyle specialist. And like, if you were trying to create some type of business in this industry, he was one of those blueprints that you used to look at.
A lot of people wanted
from
to be
a business
just like
perspective.
For sure.
Not just business.
And
people wanted to
Brandon,
be just like the lifestyle,
like
the personal. Not just business. People wanted to be Diddy. They wanted to be in that light.
You can't say you want to be him because you don't really truly know him.
But what they think they know.
What you saw. Then.
Yeah, like the idolizing of him.
Correct. The optics of it.
And it made me think, how, like when you do, like you have to give disclaimers about anything you attended with Diddy, anything you did with Diddy. But when people do talk about this time in his life, like years from now, it's going to overshadow a lot of like everything. It's a wrap.
Yeah, but I do understand where people can get upset though, because it's like if you run all the charges and all the allegations down, and then somebody goes, "But what about the parties, bro? There's not gonna be no parties BET weekend." I can see what you get some backlash from that.
No couch to stand on is being a concern is crazy, but yeah, man.
And it is hilarious when everyone wants folks to know what Diddy parties they attended.
You got to say it.
Like there's tiers. There's
People
levels
looking
to
at you
Diddy
differently.
parties.
I left at 8 p.m. I don't know what happened after 8.
I went home this weekend after that Nick Cannon clip that we did in here. We talked about the party. My family was like, wait.
I mean, you've been to a couple of them.
I ain't never did none of that other stuff.
Oh, you had to explain to your peoples why? What
Multiple
Diddy
times.
party you was
Called
at?
me. Yeah, she.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stop that here, honey. Whatever. If you say so, but y'all do know Bow Wow was in the industry when he was very small. Y'all know Bow Wow started when he was small. Although he started with Jermaine Dupri, I don't know what influences Diddy really had on him. I know what influence Diddy had on Usher, but as far as Bow Wow, I don't know too much about that. Anyway, moving right along. In other news, do y'all remember the girl from the former MTV VJ, Anata Lewis? Who remembers her? You know, the real cute girl, put you in the mind of Chili with the long curly hair. She kind of looks, I don't know, she kind of looked like Indian or something like that. She's super pretty. Y'all remember Anata Lewis, right? Maybe, maybe not. Well, I saw something that popped up, and Anata Lewis says that her cancer has spread to stage 4 cancer after she decided to keep the tumor. Now, y'all know the month of October is Breast Care Awareness Month, right? I think Breast Cancer Month or whatever. We all, as ladies, if you're a lady, need to get mammograms. Now, you know, men can get breast cancer too now. You can get breast cancer too, so you probably need to be doing some self-examinations as well, just like women do. I'm going to go ahead and play this because I'm pretty sure a lot of women, where did I find it? You guys have to see this. Hold on, y'all have to see this. I got to find this clip with Anata Lewis because from what she said, the doctor told her that he wanted to do a double mastectomy on her breast. Anata Lewis said that she was going to take all the stress out of her life, do this, do that, and she wasn't going to do the double mastectomy. Well, with her not doing the double mastectomy, now she has stage 4 breast cancer. Let me find this. Y'all, oh my gosh. This broke my heart because so many people probably think, you know, doing like the Dr. CB thing could possibly cure cancer. Everybody's situation is not the same. One thing that I remember her saying was her body is smart. Her body is smart and it should know how to heal itself, which is a true statement. Let me find this. Let me see if I can find this clip. Here I go again, y'all. Didn't send a clip to myself. All right, let me find it. Let me see if I can find this clip. Here it is. No? Yes, it is. This is it. Let me find this particular clip where it says this, because you never know who you may be helping. Okay, let me share my screen and I hope this helps someone, and then we're going to move on with this show this morning.
How were you about? I'm sorry, yours was your left, right?
Yeah,
mine was right.
Okay,
so,
a little bit different.
You guys make a nice mirror each other. It's crazy that we're joking about it, but I mean, in some ways you have to, right?
Otherwise,
you gotta have to. So, what about mammograms? Were you? I'll start with you, Nada. Were you good about getting your mammograms?
No, I wasn't.
I know you were. I wanted you to say it.
Ananda Lewis is living with breast cancer after finding a lump in her breast nearly 6 years ago. You'll know her from her time hosting BET's Teen Summit in the 90s and for being a VJ for MTV.
Yeah.
She's also my best friend after we met at the start of our freshman year at Howard University.
Your bisons. No, you did it just for me because I hate the word bisons because it's not a word. And she needs an S for her gators. But
Also, one of my closest friends is Sarah Seidner, the fearless, truth-seeking journalist and CNN anchor who is more comfortable reporting from chaos than she is focusing on her own needs. We've been tight ever since she moved into the office next to mine in Los Angeles more than a decade ago. Last year, she too discovered something in her breast that turned out to be stage 3 breast cancer.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
But Ananda has family members with breast cancer.
Y'all, I did not know that was Sarah Snyder next to her. Why? Oh my word.
You have family members with breast cancer?
No.
And
My mother didn't have it. My mother's mother, my mother's
thought was about the vast majority has nothing to do with the fact that the family members had it.
2019. But honestly, if you have a tumor, you can feel that tumor's been growing for a good while.
And
I
I
mean, even
didn't
up to a
think
decade.
about that. I didn't know that like centimeters or millimeters mattered.
Yeah.
And when you hear like, well, if you're this to this, if you're, you know, I need to go back and look exactly what date. But it was several months after I had gotten a mammogram that I discovered it. And this has been bothering me. So I'm just gonna, to me, if you,
I'm trying.
I am terrible.
I'm gonna fast forward to the part where she.
You just said I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna gain weight. No, we're not. No,
that's too
so
far.
yeah.
Right.
I just
You just don't.
Uh,
I do that, but in my own. So I'm like, oh shoot. Well, I'm gonna have to. I got to, and I can't talk about that if I'm using energy to figure it out. So that's my silence comes more from needing that energy for what I'm doing, and then when I can bring my head up, I'll talk about it.
You were, shall we call you the traditionalist then?
Yeah.
In
you
some
did full
ways,
convention.
because you had
full
cancer in
convention,
one breast.
Correct.
But you decided to do a double mastectomy.
Correct.
Did you? Okay.
Goodbye.
I was
You're
like,
not gonna have a chance to cause me.
you're not coming back in this other. You might come back in the chest wall, whatever. There are things that can come back, but you're not coming back in the other breast. I'm not going to be doing this all day long, worrying about what this lump is. I'm done. Take them both out. Coloss. Finished.
And you still feel good about your decision.
I do it again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
We are so similar in some ways,
And so
different.
complete opposite on that one. Yeah. So,
Fair enough.
so what did you choose to do, Ananda?
Okay, here it is.
At first, yes.
At first I
yes. As a friend, yes. At first, that was her choice.
Girl, I would have choked you out.
It was stressful.
It was very stressful.
I only remember.
Which is why I didn't talk about it. Like, why do I want to
Yeah, but
torture
you're gonna
you?
hear. But here's the thing. I remember when you were diagnosed, and it was not until quite a bit later. It was months later, I think.
Zero.
I didn't even know the words. I know.
Yeah,
But it's
like a zero.
can.
They took a little bit and boom, she did its max whatever thing with the hormone, and bam, she is brilliant and good to go.
Your plan in the very beginning, did you know exactly that you were always going to be anti-mastectomy, anti-surgery?
I don't want to use the word anti because I'm not against it. I see the necessity of it. I see the effect.
So this is a really good. Oh shoot. This is a really good interview. Like I said, she elected not to have the surgery and or chemo, radiation, no type of treatment. She just decided to start eating healthy, taking certain things out of her diet, start living a healthier lifestyle, and it came back at stage 4. So that's just to let people know, you know, when you get medical advice from your physician, very well, go get a second opinion, but do what the medical providers tell you to do. They want you to get a double mastectomy. They want you to get chemo. Do that. So anyway, our next story we're going to talk about, and then we're going to close out the show this morning, is Tyreek Burton. He was tragic. Y'all, this story is so heartbreaking. I can it's just so tragic. Let me find a real story. Okay. So this particular individual, like I said, his name was Tyreek Burton, and he was getting married on this particular day. When he got married to his wife, only hours after them being married, I believe they were married like 6 or 7 hours, and there was a case of road rage, and I'm going to let you all see this video. He was pow down, and he lost his life. His wife lost her husband the same day they got married. They hadn't even been married 6 or 7 years, and they shared several children together. The story was super heartbreaking to me. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Great morning to anybody who is tuned in. What is up, Veronia? Hey, girl. I haven't seen you forever.
About this man you see on the shot here. That's Ty.
Oh, crap. It ain't playing. Hold on, y'all. Okay, here we go.
A wreck Burton. He was shot and killed just hours after his wedding in Greensboro. He leaves behind multiple children and his new wife. WRL's Monica Casey spoke with some family members about how their day of love and laughter turned to heartbreak.
A long-awaited wedding day full of joy ended in sorrow for family and friends of 37-year-old Tyreek Burton.
Everybody was excited and happy for them, ready for the IDs.
Nisheria Holloway tells me Tyreek and her sister Kiara had been together for 16 years.
We grew up in the same neighborhood when they started going together. When my nieces, my two oldest nieces, was very young.
Burton proposed on Christmas Day 2 years ago. He and Holloway have 2 daughters together. Burton had also taken in Holloway's other 2 daughters as his own.
He was a great man. He loved to spend time with his family, his kids.
After the wedding, Burton left in his car and returned to pick up his wife.
I mean, when he came back, a truck pulled real fast in the parking lot. That's when it happened.
And was that right in front of you?
Yes, it was.
Broadcastify Radio Traffic says Burton may have been shot multiple times.
They're advising the patient was possibly shot 15 times.
Days later, the family's shock has turned to devastation.
I didn't want them to see me cry, so when I got home, I just broke down. I keep seeing it. It's just replaying in my head.
Holloway says the family was told by police that Burton's shooting stemmed from road rage.
Why on the wedding day? Why him? Just why?
Learning some new details about this man.
Yo, this is a very tragic story. She was a wife and a widow all in one day. Wasn't even married to her husband no more than 7 hours, and he was GUN down. He was powed over 15 times over road rage. That's absolutely insane. So we are going to play a game, y'all. It's called Are You Smarter Than First Grader? It used to be fifth grader, but I want to know who can complete these equations. So I'm going to read the directions to you, and I want you to put the equations or the facts in the comment area. So the question is, well, not the question, but the directions are, use the 3 numbers to write facts in the fact family. Those are the directions. Your number is number 10. Now, the other number is 3 and 7. I need 4 problems in the comment area. The number is 10. Matter of fact, let me just add it. I'm gonna let y'all see. Y'all just hold on. Y'all probably and don't be Googling it. Do not Google the answer. Please do not Google the answer. Just please just work with me on this one. I want to know who's smarter than a first grader, because evidently I was not. I'm gonna put this no. Okay, here we go. I added myself. Hold on. Okay, it's on here. I'm about to show y'all the paper. So this is it. Are you smarter than a first grader? Use the 3 numbers to write facts in the fact family. The number, we're just gonna do one equation, nothing too hard. The first one is 10, 3 and 7. And give me some math problems. Come on, go. Y'all got 1 minute. I'm gonna time you. Hold on, let me hit my timer. This is so fun to me. And Danielle, this don't count for you. So don't be putting nothing in here because we was doing this yesterday with Kaden. Don't even try it. Don't put nothing in the chat. Go. Come on, y'all. Come on. I'm probably doing this wrong, but all right. Come on, y'all. 49 seconds. Ain't nobody got the first equation in the daggone chat. Nobody. Not Facebook, not YouTube. It's been a minute. What? I'm smarter than the daggone first grader. I ain't even smarter. Nobody has put nothing in the chat. Are you serious right now? Y'all don't even know how to do the math problem, do you? That's okay, because I ain't know neither. But I'm gonna tell y'all how to do it. So what they want is the first one is 7 plus 3 is 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 10 minus 3 is 7. That somebody don't put something in the comment area. Where you at? I told you don't do it. Oh, Feronia did it. 10. Okay, you got those two, but you had two more. Danielle, I told you don't comment because see, she didn't know how to do it. She trying to act like she's smart. Danielle trying to act like she's smart, but she was with me and Kaden doing this math problem yesterday. Your answers don't count. But anyway, Feronia, and she is from, I believe, Feronia, where did you tell me you was from? Germany? Germany? Are you from Germany? I think Feronia is from Germany. It's so easy. It's difficult, I guess. I guess so. Listen, none of us are smarter than a first grader, but this is the work Kaden is doing as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. Baby, first grade has completely changed. Germany. She's from Germany. First grade has completely changed. They are doing everything. When I tell you the test that Kaden has, baby, I had to get Dr. Tammy Dawes to come on in to help me help Kaden because it was too much. I mean, they doing some of the work that they're doing. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all let me know, are your kids doing this sort of work in first grade? If anybody have a first grader, please let me know if your children are doing this. Identifying nouns, verbs, pronouns, writing complete sentence punctuations with letters, names, the beginning of the words, sentences, comprehension, who, what, where, when, how, sequencing, before, next, and after. These are things that these are the skills that they do. Spelling test every week. Actually, they have a test that covers 3 different sections, and some of the tests are like 6 to 7 pages long. Straight up, first grader. They have, like I said, spelling words. It's not for memorization. The spelling words are all about the phonetical sound. They have sight words that they have. Now, on the spelling words, we never know what is on the spelling words, but the teacher will give you some sample spelling words, but that don't necessarily mean that's going to be on the test. They need to know how to focus on the skills that she covered for those sight words. Then you got look ahead words, and then you got math. Child, it is so much that my tutor is overwhelmed. She said they are teaching kids more, too much. A 6-year-old, and this is just my personal opinion. We can have a whole nother discussion some other day. But I believe that these children have so much work, so many skills that are being taught to them that they are only being taught to pass the test and not really have proficiency in these skills that they're learning. Because y'all do know each grade builds on the next. Sometimes it's not like a lot of new information that is covered from grade to grade. It's only like an expansion of what you've learned. It goes more in depth. But first grade, baby. First grade is a one-dinger. Shout out to Veronia. Oh my God, you have a membership. I didn't even realize that. Congratulations to you, Queen, and thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. But y'all, to me, I think it's too much. I think their little brains can't handle it. I think it's too much, especially when you have children who are late birthdays, who turn 7 later in the year rather than coming into first grade at 7. Like my little boy, he's still 6. He's not 7 yet. So it's hard. And let me know if your child is in school right now, depending on what grade they're going to drop down in the comment area. Let me know what grade your child or grandchild is in. And are they, I'm not talking about the grades, but are they struggling with different concepts? How's the handwriting? A lot of children, handwriting is crappy. Shout out to my tutor, Dr. Tammy Dawes. She works with Caden with his handwriting, and it has improved, and it's going to continue to improve. I have even thought about, and for those of you all who homeschool your children, I have thought about this so seriously about removing Caden out of the public school system and doing homeschool for a few years to get these fundamental skills down pat and then re-enter into the public school system. I've really been thinking about this. My daughter's been against it, my mom too, saying that he needs to build social skills, but I just see how the school system is, and they're really rushing these children to try to learn this. And the crazy part about it, like, even with that math, are you smarter than the first grader? Caden could do it. He did it with no problem. So I don't know. She said, oh my God, Kimmy, I think someone gifted it to me. I haven't noticed it tonight. Oh, I gifted it to you. Girl, I didn't even remember. I gifted that membership to you. So shout out to you. Congratulations. Anyway, let me go ahead and end this show. Y'all have an amazing weekend. If anything happens to pop off, make sure you have your notification bells turned on, because y'all know I will pop the camera on and go live anytime. Thank you so much for tuning in on today. Shout out to everybody who has purchased memberships or who support this channel. Even if you've never sent me a Cash App, but you watch my videos all the time and you engage in the comment area, I appreciate you just the same as somebody were to send me a Cash App. It all works out just the same. Thank you so much. And y'all have a great Friday. Wait a minute before I take it. She said, thank you so much, Kimmy. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It was random. It was so random when I clicked the membership badges. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. See you guys later. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. 'Cause you're just that subscriber. Like and subscribe.